Morning, friends. I am back on the trail. I'm actually going through an area of woods, again with eucalyptus. Can you see the eucalyptus? It's all of that lighter, like the lighter colors. Anyway, it's about 11:30, and we're going to focus on what's good. We're going to focus on what's working. I woke this morning with breath in my lungs. I woke with a beat in my chest. I woke with a desire to walk and a curiosity of figuring it out in an aligned way. And there's another car coming. I'm trying to be mindful to be out of the way. There we go. I guess it's not fully in the woods. I guess this is a driving path too. I didn't realize that. So we're focusing on what's good. We're focusing on what's working. Breath in my lungs, a beat in my chest, desire to move. I'm in the woods right now for, looks like, just a couple more minutes. There's overcast, so it's not super hot. It's a cool, we'll say mid 60s right now. It was 65 last time I checked. And we're just going to connect with what's working. We're going to connect with what's working, and we're going to love all of that and lean into that, because that feels good, right? It feels good to lean into what's working instead of putting energy into things that maybe aren't going the way that we desire. I'm just going to choose to lean into the things that are going well and go from there. So I just came up to a spot where I'm not sure I know where my arrow is. I probably need to find that little bugger. Maybe this way? I should probably look. All right, friends, I'll check in a little bit later. Oh, you know what? There it is. I found it. I'm going to turn this around so you can see it. Funny. Look at this. No wonder it was a little tricky. It's hiding. Just a little bit hiding. But it has a shell carve out. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so walking, choosing to focus on what's working, choosing to focus on the good, taking lessons and opportunities and growing with everything that's coming my way, while also knowing that there's probably a lot more in there for me to lean into, for me to surrender into. I've had some meaningful conversations and some meaningful meditations, we'll say, and some yoga. And anytime we take ourselves on a journey like this, there's bound to be personal development, right? There's bound to be some spiritual growth, as long as we're willing to dive in and look at the things that are coming up. And for me, one of the things that I'm exploring is leaning into the challenge even more, leaning into the opportunity for growth even more, and what that will bring on the flip side. So it goes back to, I don't remember if I talked about this on here or only with my husband, I'm not sure, but it goes back to grit and grace and how there's a time and a place for both. And does what I'm experiencing require what I'm experiencing require a little more grit and the wherewithal to push through, or does what I'm experiencing require a little more grace? And what's interesting is those answers are all across the board. And anyone that I talk to, I could talk to 10 people and I can get 10 varying answers. And who's the answer that actually counts? It's probably mine. that's probably the answer that I need to explore. And for me, it's can I have a little bit of grace while also having a little more grit? So let's say we're putting it in percentages. This is unhelpful, but my thinking around this is leaning into grace, yes, but giving grit more focus. So maybe grit gets 65% and grace gets 35%. So yes, there can be grace. Yes, we can find a way to navigate with some compassion and kindness while also saying, you know what? You've come this far, Jen. Let's add a little more grit and dive in. That's what I'm doing. So I'm adding in a little grit, adding in more grit, adding in a little grace, and then also focusing on what's working. And we're going to lean into that for now. So I'm going to let you go. I need to grab a couple cool photos and get back on the road. So I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon.